Hello everyone and welcome to Viz RT Tuesday Tutorials. My name is Richard Evans. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today I'd like to take a look at how to customize and position line graphs using Viz Virtual Studio Go. Now, Virtual Studio Go allows you to create really cool looking augmented reality graphics for things like presentations and, for today, line graphs, and embed them into your video, allowing for your viewers to stay connected with your on-screen talent, allowing for moving camera positions and dynamic lighting for some really cool augmented reality solutions. So, let me show you how it's done, son. All right, so here I am in the Viz Virtual Studio Go interface. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to customize our line graphs inside of this awesome piece of equipment. All right, so first thing here is you'll see that I have my camera source down here in the bottom right, so I can preview what I'm working on. And I have my two different presets here. One is my normal camera shot that we see in the beginning of this video today, and then I also have my second preset, which will zoom out so that I can bring in my awesome line graph. And on the line graph tab, all I have to do is press on this green button and boop, there we go, looking good. All right, so let's go ahead and start to look at the different ways to customize this particular graph, okay? So the first one is gonna be on the graph itself, on the background. We can change the background colors in here. So for example, it's currently set as yellow, but I can set that to whatever color I want. Let's go ahead and put that as blue. All right, looks good. Okay, and just going down the list here, we can also change the main title, which is at the very top of the graphic, to whatever we want simply by clicking on this tab and typing in whatever we want. So today we're doing stock predictions here, which is the default that's in here. So, now what we can do from here is there's a lot of different things that you can customize within this one. So for example, we have the y-axis going from top to bottom, and then also the x-axis going going that way as well. So on the y-axis side of things, what we can do is to add some more graph points in here. I can simply go through and type in a different number. So for example, I have it currently set as 5, but if I click on 4, you'll see, let me go ahead and click away from it. Boom, now I have only 4 lines here, all right? And then now you can add a whole bunch of these in here and then also add labels to them. So I'm gonna keep this simple for today, and I'm gonna say A, B, C, and D, okay? Cool, and when I do that, you'll see that it goes from the bottom, it starts off the number 3 index, and then we'll go down to the first one, or 0 in this case, so that'll be A. All right, and then same thing on the x-axis division, but from here I'm gonna leave that as 3 for now because you get the idea. It will give you different lines as we add to it. Let's go ahead and put that in there anyway. So 4, boom, now we have 4 different lines to work with. And from here, let's go ahead and start to put in the different labels. So I'm going to I'm going to end this with 2025, like so, all right. And then let's go 2024, 2023, and 2022. Excellent, cool. And then you'll see that those will appear at the bottom. Now we can adjust the rotation of this, etc., as we go along, but I'm just putting in these different numbers here for the time being. Okay, and then from here we can also change the color of the like what is going to correspond to what. So you see that I have my legend right here. So we have the DAX and NASDAQ, Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP all in here, and we can change what those colors are going to be. So let's go ahead and I'll change ETH here to blue so that that corresponds to what we see on the screen here. All right. Now, right now, I just have a flat line across my graph because I don't have any data points in here. So we can go ahead and on this side of things, start to add our different data locations. And depending on how many you have in here as far as your data columns, currently it's set to 7. And let's just go ahead and drop that down to 3 for today. Okay. Cool. So now we have 3 data points for all these. So let's go ahead and just start typing in some numbers here. So we'll stick with 1. I'm just going to go down the list here, 2, 3, like so. All right, so that one's going to be a straight one. But we put in some other ones like this. You kind of get the idea. that we can start to have our different graphs appear as different numbers in here. So pretty good. So go ahead and fill all these in here just so we have something to work with. I'm just pressing random numbers here. This is not accurate. I don't know. Do not trust me with your stock predictions. Please do not do that. Okay, so let's go through here and 12, and we'll go 20 on that. Boom. Okay, so cool. Now you'll see when I've done that, these start to change a little bit differently depending on the numbers you have in here. So for example, I had the XRP go all the way up to 20, so everything shifted down a bit so that everything will fit on this graph. So if I just drop it down to 2, for example, you'll see that shifts as well. So that way you can show everything that you need in here, etc., when you are presenting your information. Okay, so the controls as well on this side here, we do have the ability to hit center position. I'm going to leave it the way it is right now because I have it mapped a certain way here. But then I can also scoot it left and right with this slider here, like so. Okay, for the back. All right. I can also manage the distance here as far as that. Now, the distance is going to be different from scaling. So, for example, if I do the scaling up and down, that makes it gigantic. Or I can bring it down here. Now, the distance side of these things, it's going to affect the different lighting and shadows that we have available. So, for example, if I scoot this way back, you'll see that my virtual shadow starts to appear in my desk as well. So I just wanted to make sure that you know the difference between those. All right, so let's leave that here-ish, okay? And then also you can control the height of it, so scoot it up and down, however you want. Again, that affects the virtual lighting on the graph itself and on my desk here. And then the rotation, we can start to move this around so you can see all the glory of this graph, which is pretty cool. This is pretty dang awesome. All right, and then also you can manipulate the tilts depending on how you want to position this within a virtual environment. I have mine just kind of floating in air, you know, but if you wanted to put this like on a desk or put it on my shelf here, for example, we could easily do that as well. But I just wanted to show you this so we can get into the nitty gritty of these things. And of course, like I said, bring it on is with the green button, and bring it off is with the red button. All right, and if we bring it back on here, because I also want to show you, again, this is some augmented reality graphics with Viz Virtual Studio Go. So if I change my camera position, if I go back to my default one right here, like my number 1 preset, you'll see that that all shifts around within the environment that you are working with, okay? So as you can see, there's a lot of really cool things that you can do with Viz Virtual Studio Go, making some of these awesome line graphs to enhance your production and get your data out to your audience in a awesome augmented reality way, never breaking the attention from your host. So I highly recommend checking this out. Go to vizrt.com to find out more information, and of course, have some fun. There you have it, another cool way to enhance your show with the awesome power of Virtual Studio Go. Now, for more tutorial videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to the VizRT YouTube channel at youtube.com/VizRTofficial. And for formalized VizRT product training, sign up for Viz University at vizrt.com/community/viz-university. And you can find more information about VizRT products and services by contacting your local VizRT partner or checking out our website, vizrt.com. And if you are posting your work using VizRT products on social media, tag us using the hashtags VizRT, TriCaster, or Virtual Studio Go. Keep up the great work. All of you are legends. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of VizRT Tuesday Tutorials.